I think at this point of me watching King's Game, that I find the series just so funny. It's so bad, it's just funny. That's basically what I'm getting while watching this series, because the writing is just horrible. The characters are laughable and very stupid. And on top of that, I mean, the flashbacks to part 1, which should have already been its own separate anime instead of fitting in part 1 and 2 into an episode, I can't help but laugh at this. But there is one scene in this episode that had me almost bust a gut. And that was when the girl that was the main focus with the popularity poll, what she did. Let me kind of get some clarification, okay? The build up to that scene. So throughout the episode, basically the big conflict here is a popularity poll. Yeah, but where a popularity poll has to be made for these two different, people, these two characters in this episode. And whoever gets the least amount of votes from the class, they obviously get punished. And the one that gets the most amount of votes, obviously they get off scot-free. They're completely fine. That's basically what happens, okay? So anyways, a popularity poll is, introduced, and you have it to where these two characters, obviously their lives are on the line, they're freaking out, and, if you're in that situation, obviously you're going to put yourself in, first place. You're going to want to do anything you can to survive and not get punished, especially after what you've seen already happen in the King's Game. So, seeing them go out of their way and do despicable things and horrendous acts, it's not something that wouldn't happen. I think in terms of actually realism, this is probably the realistic aspect, the most realistic aspect of the King's Game that it has been thus far. Because, I mean, if you're in that spot, you're going to do some heinous stuff to be able to survive. Just, let's face the cold, hard truth. So when you see the girl trying to basically go to all the guys and then, basically say, I'll do anything you want and all that once this is all done and I get to survive, I'm like, it's not just, girls, but guys would do that as well. Just both sides. Both sides. Everybody would do anything they can to be able to survive. That's just how it is. And so I can't really fault the writing in that aspect. However, what really gets me is that once she shows this little aspect of her that she has like this instinct to survive, which is a normal thing in humans. I mean, when our backs are shoved up against the wall and our life is on the line, many times, or all the time actually, your survival instincts are just gonna kick in. You're gonna want to do anything. Like, if you're forced into a corner, people will do stuff that they normally wouldn't do just to be able to survive. That's just how we are as, human beings. And that's how a lot of living creatures are. If they have a will to survive and they want to survive, they will do things that they normally wouldn't do. And so in this case, seeing her act like this, like I said, I can't fault it. I can't. She was showing, incredible signs of wanting to survive. She cared about her life. She wanted her own well-being to be fine. And so, when you see her constantly trying to figure out a way to win this popularity poll, I'm like, this is kind of good. But then, when she finally loses, which was very, very funny, because she was already thinking she won before it was already done. Anyways, she lost, okay? Just in a discussion, she lost. Even though she was going out of her way doing some heinous stuff, she lost. Now, like I said, throughout the entirety of the episode, she was showing signs that she wanted to survive. She was doing everything she possibly could to survive, okay? Well, soon as she realizes she lost, she jumps out the window on the second floor. I'm not even joking. She jumps out the window. Now, granted, okay, I know the King's Game has some form of supernatural power, which could cause people to do things that they normally wouldn't do. Okay, I will go with that for now. However, even then, the King's Game was controlling her and forced her to jump out the window. That is not the big point here. What the big point is just how over-exaggerated the scene was. When she jumps out the window on the second floor, and you see just like an explosion of like tomato sauce, I'm like, no. Look. I'm no expert, but I believe jumping off of a second story, like a school building, like from the window and all that, you're probably, I could see you getting hurt pretty bad. And yes, you could die. Yes, you could fall the wrong way and die. I mean, people can literally slip in the bathroom and die. I mean, that's just how it is. However, what really bugs me and made me just laugh was when she fell out the window on the second story, you just see this big explosion of blood reach the second, story. And I'm like, no. That gravity in bodies don't work like that. If I'm correct, they don't work like that. You don't have blood going up that high when someone hits the ground. But it's not just that either. When you see all the blood all over the ground when she's just like broken body, I'm like, No. No. She's gonna have some broken ribs, she's gonna probably have broken limbs, possibly broken neck, but at the same time, she's not gonna have blood like that, just leaking out like that. No, that's not gonna happen. So, I was like, this is just so over-exaggerated to be edgy. Please, just chill. Chill, King's Game. You're trying to be edgy at this point, and I just couldn't help but not take it seriously. I just couldn't take it seriously, especially when we find out that the punishment didn't necessarily mean, quote-unquote, death. But don't worry, she's gonna die in the middle of the night because of her injuries. I swear, just the writing is... Woo! The writing of this series is bad. It's bad. Like, the writing is so bad. Really bad. Like, it's atrocious. It's a bad series in terms of writing. It's funny, because it's not supposed to be funny, but it's funny just because of how it tries to be serious when it obviously doesn't work. Let's also talk about the new character, okay? This is probably the best moment of the episode for me. Is the new guy that gets introduced in this episode that comes out of nowhere and tries to help out our main male character that's, you know, getting picked on and, you know, attacked and all that by everybody in the class, which, like I already said, they're really stupid believing the girl. Basically, this new guy comes in and he gives the girl, like, a good stern talking to. Like, he slaps her, he straight up, like, you know, puts her down and all that. I'm like, yo, like, this dude right now, I think out of all the characters, he's probably the smartest. He's able to comprehend things in front of him and understand that nothing is going on here that seems really right at all. I mean, like I said, the way she just shifted in personalities, like she's acting like a kind, innocent girl, and then she shifts over into a straight jerk, I'm like, you don't see that? Like, you don't see that? She also took off her shirt out of nowhere when she was acting all shy and all that. Like, what? Like, so just a lot of different things about her character. It's like, it goes against what we've already seen, and if you've been around her enough and you've seen her act all cutesy and nice, and when you see that, you're gonna be like, there's something wrong with her. And I'm just like, out of all the characters, this new character comes in and he actually understands that there's something going on with her, and the way he just slaps her away and stuff, I'm like, yes. It's obvious that this character won't last long. I mean, anyone that's probably going to be smart in this series is not going to last long. I mean, let's just face the facts here. I mean, knowing how these type of series are, survival game series, or, you know, series that have, like, edgy themes and stuff, typically the smart characters that could comprehend the situation, understand what's going on, and figure out the truth, they're ended rather quickly. They're X'd out of the series literally in probably the first couple chapters, and I don't see the character lasting that long. I really don't, especially after how he was actually talking sense for a change. Out of all the characters, he was the one character that actually was speaking any form of logic, so he's not going to last long, because obviously we can't have a good character and good writing. So anyways, episode 3 of King's Game is out, and I'm just gonna say right now, it's a bad episode. It's funny, but a bad episode. So this episode will determine if you continue to watch King's Game, because like I said, it's the golden rule of anime. Give it 3 episodes. If you like it, continue watching it. If you don't like it, well, drop it. That's basically an old rule when it comes to, you know, the anime community. And since this is the 3rd episode of King's Game from the fall of anime 2017, I guess I could see many probably dropping this series after this week's episode. So, be honest with me, how do you guys feel about this series? I mean, how do you feel about the writing? How do you feel about the characters? How do you feel about just the themes of the series? Be honest with me. I'm very curious how many of you feel about this series. Are you going to continue to watch it just because it's so bad it's funny? Be honest. Truthfully, be honest. Do not lie to me. So, I'm going to end this video here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed my content, please subscribe. If you like my video, please leave a like. And if you want to support me, please go in the description and support me on Patreon. So, one last thing I do want to say, though. If for some reason you haven't been getting notifications for my videos, well, in the, next to the subscribe button down below the video, there is a bell icon. If you click the bell icon, then you will be able to start getting notifications from now on when I upload a video. So, I want to end it there. I love you guys. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.